So she hid it in her inside her hair. Okay, she had a very long hair, and she hid it there. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Now we know about three relics. First one, where was the first one? In which heaven? Tautissa. In Tautissa. Second one, Naga world. In Naga world. Third one, it was in Gandhara, in Pakistan, and brought into Sri Lanka. Oh, what are you doing? And now the fourth one. Ekasu Panasihale. Again, the fourth one also in Sri Lanka. But in early time, there was only 1, 2, 3 in Sri Lanka. That is the one in Polonnaruwa, as you told, in Somavati Pagoda. So, in your next visit to Sri Lanka, there's a valuable place, significant place for you to visit. What is that? That you have never been. To Polonnaruwa, but you might have been to Polonnaruwa, but this time to see which pagoda? Somavati. So please tell the name of it all together. Somavati. Somavati Daga. Okay. Yes. Yes. Please. What was in the heaven? Tautissa heaven? We can't see.
How do they know it's there?
It is recorded in the books. Yeah. Because there's a book called the gods. Okay. So now listen to me, please. Otherwise, I keep you in three places. Huh? So please stop the private discussion. Okay. So now there's a question. How did the gods or the deities take a tooth relic into heaven? My answer is, in early times, the deities had connections. They had communication methods with humans, but not with all humans. Only with very religious humans. Okay, very religious people. Yeah, with the monks. Because in early times there were the monks who had developed their minds very well and who were able to even to visit to the heaven. Okay? They had a certain superhuman power. Okay? Superhuman power. Anybody can gain it by developing the mind very well. Because the body doesn't, it is not heavy that much. As we know, it weighs about, your body, sometimes your weight could be 20 kilograms, others 40, mine is 60. So this is not a weight. This is very small weight, but the weight of the mind is more than this. We can't count it in kilograms. Okay? The mind is the heaviest one, not the body. The mind is heavy with polluted thoughts, not with the physical things. It is heavy with the polluted thoughts. Please
So
wait.
that would mean it's only about 5-6 kilos. You said it's even more kilos.
No, you can't measure it. How do you measure it? The mind, no.
Just take it out of the brain.
No, you
can't do that.
No.
You
are talking. No, you are talking. Hello. You are talking about the brain. I am not talking about the brain. Brain is not exactly the mind. The mind is something else. Mind is the ability of thinking. Okay? So it is not a physical thing. You can't touch it. You can't see it. Okay? So it becomes heavy. It becomes heavy with the polluted thoughts. When you think to harm somebody else, the mind becomes very heavy. When you think to kill any being, living being, then it becomes heavy. When you are very angry, and when you have the bad thoughts like attachment, craving, like that, then also your mind becomes heavy.
So your mind doesn't make your head heavy.
Yeah, it makes your head heavy.
You said it's not physical. You just said it's not physical.
Yeah, it's not physical, but it has the power. It has the power to make the body heavy. So if you take a scale and if you measure it, you can't see your body weight is increased and you can't see. But when the mind becomes heavy, the ability of the mind becomes less. Okay? The abilities.
No, but if you checked on a scale, you would be able to find out. And then as soon as you have a bad thought, you look again and you weigh more.
No.
I know, not the brain.
You can't. No. Okay. Please let me explain the rest. Hello. Okay. So if you still have this, can you move? I can't see it. If you still have this question, I can tell you. Some scientists did a certain investigation. There was an old man who was about to die. So they measured the weight of this old man. Okay? So let's take an example. It was exactly 70 kilograms. And when this old man died, then also they measured the dead body. Okay? Then that time they could realize the weight was less by 2.5 grams. Okay. Now you can learn the exact weight of the mind because mind is now gone. Okay. Anyway, when we meditate, what happens? The weight of the mind becomes light. Then when the mind is light, when it is not heavy, the mind is capable of taking this body into the air. This is what happens. This is what happens when we lighten the mind. Yes.
What if you stop meditating when you're going up into the air?
No, it is not the aim of meditation. No. This is one of the opportunities you get by doing meditation. One of the results. But if you don't like,
But to get up, you need to be alive. So you have to meditate for the way to get up.
yes.
So how come you're meditating and not flying it? You're not fully meditating. It's going.
Yeah. Okay. Look at me. What's your name? Ranusha, can you stay in this posture for 5 minutes? No, not now. I asked, can you?
Yes.
But difficult. So if it is difficult for you to stay without moving 5 minutes, how difficult would it be to lighten the mind, to meditate very well, to concentrate very well, and to go to the air? How difficult can it be? You can imagine.
I could just get myself unconscious.
Okay. Now you can understand how devas, how gods can
I just learned.
go on the sky, fly on the sky. They can move because they have very light body. It is very light. It's not heavy like ours. And their mind is also very light. Okay? Their mind is also very light. Therefore, they can move very fast. They can move even on the air. So, devas come to the human world only to observe the meritorious activities, religious activities. When you meditate, when you pay homage to Buddha, when you learn Dhamma, when you engage in good activities, just like helping your parents, helping a blind man, helping an innocent person or innocent being, in such time, these devas come and observe it. They observe it. Because they like very much for such people who are engaged in such activities. Okay? That is why we call devas or the gods protect the good people. That is the meaning of it. Because they recognize us, they know us. So when we go in a car, if suddenly an accident happens, sometimes we are protected. Sometimes from the airbag, but sometimes by these gods. In other cases, it is the strength of us which we develop by practicing Dhamma, by protecting 5 precepts, by coming to Dhamma school, by doing meditation. So when we engage in such good activities, a certain power a certain cover is made around us. So this cover, so it's like a radiation. Now scientifically, this radiation around us has been taken into photographs. So there's a certain special camera called Kirlian camera. You might have heard of it. So with this camera, this radiation range could be taken into photographs. So those are not like the photographs that we take. Anyway, what I want to tell is, when we have a certain quality, when we are good people, a certain power is there around us. This power always protects us. This power always protects us. Okay. Now we are going to conclude the lesson because the time is moving. But I still have some other things to tell you. We have been talking about 4 main tooth relics, but there are some other main relics of the Buddha's body which did not come into tiny parts. If I tell you, the other one of the others was this part, this forehead of the Buddha, the forehead bone of the Buddha. This one did not become into tiny parts. So I don't remember now where all these things were, but most of them are kept inside the pagodas. So we are very fortunate to be Sri Lankans because most of them are in Sri Lanka, in pagodas of Sri Lanka. This forehead bone relic of the Buddha, I think it's kept in Mahiyangana Dagaba. It's in Mahiyangana. It's near Kandy. It's also near Kandy. Okay. Another one which did not come into tiny parts was, it's called Akudhatu. This bone, the connection between the arm and your neck, this part. I don't know the name of it. It can be, yeah. So you can see this, this part. So there are 2 bones here in the both sides here. So these two bones also did not become into tiny parts. Okay. So these are called Akudhatu. Akudhatu. And some part of his neck bone also did not become into tiny parts. So this relic is also kept in a pagoda. So these are the relics which did not come into tiny parts. So if you count, there are 4 tooth relics, and what others? The forehead bone relic, 6th one or 5th one, 6th one, yeah, 6th and 7th. These 2 were Akudhatu and the neck bone. So there are 8 altogether. There are 8 main bones of the Buddha's body, which did not come into tiny parts. Okay? Very good. Yeah.
How do you find a relic?
Which
How do
relic?
you get a relic?
Which relic?
How do you find temple? How do you find
For the temple? To this temple? Or
how do you find the relic?
yeah, from its color, you can recognize it. I told you yeah, actually there is no any scientific method to recognize him. whether it belongs to Buddha or to any other arhat. Yeah, so it happened in this way. Hello. Yeah. When the Buddha passed away, his body was burned out. When this body was burned, these parts of the bones remained. So at that time, there was a committee. There was a committee to divide and to give the parts of these relics. Okay? That time they had a certain bowl-like thing, a vessel. It's called kuruni. So with this kuruni, they took some part of bone and they give it to a king from a certain country. So in that time, the kings from all 16 continents in India came to take these relics. Okay? And some other gods, as I mentioned you, from Tautisa and from other worlds, like the Naga world, like that, those also came and took the parts of the relics. So from that time, those were kept in very safely in very significant places, and they started worshipping them. So now also these relics of the Buddha were kept only in very famous, protective, significant places. Therefore we know that those are the relics of the Buddha. Otherwise there is no scientific method. You can't investigate them and you can't recognize them as relics. Those are also like the usual parts of bones, but those are round in the shape, very round shape. You can't make them round in such a way, very round shape, and the color of it is also like off-white. So it's called the color of the saman picture. You know the jasmine flower, the color of the jasmine flower. So the relics of the Buddha are in the color of jasmine flower. Okay, so you can ask the questions if you have, otherwise we need to conclude it. Yeah.
So what was 9 o'clock? That's not a question.
No, it cannot be a question. Yeah. Okay, now we have learned so many things. So if I come again to your temple, I will let you know, but may not in near future. Sometimes after several months.
I've got a real question. How come sadhus cut their hair but Buddha doesn't?
How
come sadhus cut their hair but Buddha doesn't?
It will happen. Actually, this is also a drawing. We don't have the photographs of the Buddha, and therefore we don't know how long Buddha's hair was. But we can say it is less than 2 inches. Less than 2 inches. So Lord Buddha has led the monks to grow their hair up to 2 inches, but not more than 2 inches.
And how come that's not 5 inches? 20?
No. That's what I told. It is only a drawing.
Is it different things that looks like this? Because the people died
now it is time for us to,
Okay.
for you to
It's 19.
go to the homes. Now let's wish. May all the merit that we gathered from discussing Dhamma, from learning Dhamma, and by paying homage to the Buddha, may all merits be there for us to be good children, to be wise children, to learn very well, and to be healthy people, and to have a long life, and may also this merit be there for your parents, for them to have a good health, wealth and long life. And finally, may all these merit be helpful for us to cease the suffering and attain Nibbana. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay. Good night and goodbye.